Hey, today we're making Donairs. A recipe sent to us by a good friend of ours, Harold. Enjoy, Malcolm. Thank you very much. It's a very good recipe. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. So, let's get to it. Okay, this is what we need here, guys. Sorry about the jittery. We need some ground beef, some breadcrumbs, pepper, cayenne. That's homegrown cayenne, as you see in the back. I ground it up just now. We want some oregano, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt. Okay, this isn't very hard. It's very, very fine ground beef. Get your butcher to grind it up fine. Do it yourself like I did with our grinder. This is meat we get from trimmings when I do my beef jerky and or other things. And I make my own ground beef, so I know what's going in there. It's good ground beef. So basically we take all our ingredients and throw it in here. So we take our 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs. We take our 2 tablespoons of pepper. We take our freshly ground, garden-grown cayenne red peppers. I put 2 teaspoons in there. And then oregano, 1.5 teaspoons of oregano. And then we want 3 teaspoons of paprika. I wonder what a smoked paprika would be. Anyhow, this is regular paprika. So now we got 2 teaspoons of onion powder. Throw that in there. And now we got 1 teaspoon of garlic. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now what we want to do is get your hands dirty. If you got some rubber gloves, that would probably be better for some people if you don't like the testing. Yeah. If you don't like the feel between your fingers. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to knead this for about 20 minutes. It's a long time. Okay, so we'll come back. All right, something happened and my recording of me making loaves for these Donairs didn't happen, so I'll fill you in. What we did is we made some loaves, and they've been cooking for 2 hours so far. 2 hours so far in the oven. And because we don't have a spit, we have to do it in the oven. And we came out, and here's our Donairs. Our Donair meat. Okay. What you did with all that mixture, I'll move this over a little bit so you can see, sort of, get a shot. What we did is, in that mixture in the bowl, I cut it in half, and I formed 2 loaves. This loaf here, I formed by my hands. This one here, I wrapped in saran wrap, and then some butcher tape, and I rolled it up, squeezed it, and made a nicer looking loaf. Well, there it is. You want to get it as tight as possible, and then you put it on this this rack with some tin foil for 2 to 2.5 hours. Now the inside temperature is 191, 193, 190, almost 200 degrees. So I would say that they are done. Let's do this side. Yeah, they're done. All right. So what we're going to do with these is we're going to cool them. Now we want to cool them down, and then we can slice them, and we'll come back to you on that. All right? Okay. I haven't really let it cool down just quite yet, but I can't help it. I got to cut into it. So this one here is the one that we compressed with the Saran wrap and the butcher's paper I did. It came out nice and tight meat. This one here, even though I did it by hand, it's still pretty tight. So I think it's going to be up to you. It'll be up to you whether you want to have what you want. I don't think it's any difference. I think they're both the same for tightness. But it's your preference. It'd be better if it was on a spit, let me tell you. But there you are. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're slicing them all up as thin as I can. Or not too thin. Nice 1/4 inch slices, if that. And then I'll be packaging them up in portions. So I'll probably do it for 2 portions, because me and my wife like to eat this stuff. So we'll put it in 2 portions, and I'll vacuum seal it. After I vacuum seal it, put it in the freezer, and then when we're hungry, we'll take it out of the freezer, and then we make our Donairs. So what you do with it cold is you put it into the frying pan, you fry it up, and you crispen it up with a little bit of oil. You crispen it up, and it gets nice and flavorful. That's where you get all your flavor anyhow. So, voila. Any monkey can do it, because I just did. Cheers.